February 6th board meeting. Before I pass it to Park, he's gonna make an announcement or everything, do the prayer, but also too with our prayers tonight, we got one of our own, Roosevelt Payton is hospitalized tonight, so in your prayers if you would, keep his family in your prayers. Marks.
Yes, before the prayer, I just wanted to acknowledge Martha Carroll in Sackington, whose funeral was today. It would be difficult for me to explain in a short amount of time. The contribution of the Sackington family to our downtown, to our main street, and their years of good business and service to our town. So I would just like to acknowledge Martha Carroll and also her late husband, Tommy. If you will bow your heads. God our Father, we come to you as always, asking for wisdom and guidance in our decision making, that we will make decisions that benefit the whole community. Dear God, we pray for the Payton families and the Sappington families. We ask you for the repose of the soul of Martha Carroll in Sappington. And we ask all these things through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. All righty, we'll get going tonight in Departmental Business. We'll start with Bill Maddox. You got these down?
I've just got a few items. This one for the pay request. This is on the well at East Albany. We're paying through the, I still call ARPA fund, and some other acronym on it now. This double S Inc. the amount of $87,400.
I got a motion by Will, second by Kevin Dale. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Just a little more background on that. That well has been developed. It's about a 300-gallon minute well, which is really good for that area. And I think they're probably a couple months out to actually get in service. So we're in this spot on that. Money's got to be spent by the end of 26, so we're in this spot on that. The second item, and Reagan, I have to get you to advise me on this. Y'all approved updates to wording in the sewer use ordinance for that 1st of November. I think we discussed it and y'all were okay approving it. Reagan said we need to wait a couple of weeks. I forgot to bring it back in December.
Yeah, well, I mentioned it, I just said you'd wait, but yeah, you introduced it in November.
Yes.
You have to vote on it 14 days later, so
yeah.
they can vote now.
Again, just in a general level, this codified the pH levels that we wanted in the ordinance. I don't think there were any in there. When we saw the need to add pH maximum minimums, and then the penalties in the ordinance were updated. I think it was like, again, I'm not sure how much a pound is. A pound of penalty, but it was 10 cents a pound. It got raised to 25 cents, but the maximum daily fine was up to $3,000. I think it had been 1,000, and then that ordinance is 30 or 40 years old. But those were the two changes in the ordinance.
And just a reminder, the effective date would be 30 days from the day unless you explain to them why there's an emergency.
Okay, I think we're okay. We can go on the normal path.
We got a motion by Keith, second by, sorry, it's been a day. Sorry, Drew. Any questions? Drew. Any questions?
You guys it anyway.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
There's the third item. We have some electric transformer board to declare surplus. These are transformers we've taken out of service that they're either they failed or they were just idle. We took them down. In years past, we used to get those remanufactured and use them back on the system. Those kind of transformers are notorious for having higher line losses. That costs us money. We got away from that like in 2018, 2019, and when COVID hit, we started using those again because we couldn't get new transformers. The market has settled down where we can go back to exclusively using the new transformers. So instead of us getting these transformers rebuilt and put them back in the system, we'd like to declare a surplus and go through the process of disposing of it, which we'll get somebody to bid on the item.
Motion by Kevin Dale, second by Will. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Maybe the last item, and again, this is something we addressed a month or so ago, but we left something out of the ad. We wanted professional assistance to help us secure a block grant. The state revolving loan fund money start changing out some of the older water mains, specifically on the north and south side both. We ran the ad and we awarded the professional services contract to Cogan but there was some key language left out that we need to make sure the block grant is, all the boxes are checked on that. Three Rivers noticed that, and they offered to rerun the ad for all the correct language. So I'd like permission to re-advertise for those professional services, specifically for the block grant.
So motion by Parks, second by Will. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I got. Maybe just a couple things with charging stations operational. I've been having a contest who can guess how many charges we had last month. Kevin Dale was the closest. We
Well, what was
we
it?
had 44 charges.
Really?
That's probably more than I thought we would have.
Who was the first customer?
The guy from Tupelo.
Okay.
He drove. I think he got a $50 gift card for driving down here, some kind of an online sign. Anyway, I thought for the first month it's going pretty well. So that's operational. The gas project, we hope to, the second phase of the 10% grant gas project we have should start later this month. And then we've got all the grant money for the electric system, about $20 million worth of projects, those should kick off in May. Looks like so. Kind of a lot of money next couple of months. More's on the way, don't worry.
Anybody got any questions for Bill? Okay.
Thanks for
Appreciate
that.
it. All right, next up, Billie Jean Stroud, Community Development.
Yeah. All right, December was a crazy busy month. We ended it with the Christmas parade with 90 entries. It was at capacity. We also changed up the route this year, and I have not heard any negative comments about that. The logistics work out much better with that many entries to make it just a straight shot. Our second annual turkey utensil event was reported by merchants to be better than it was the year before, which that satisfied what we were trying to do, is bring more shoppers into our downtown area. I put on your table the 3 renderings of the CLG grant from Belinda Stewart, the certified local government that took the 3 city buildings that are empty right now. She did a structure analysis, a cost analysis, and talked about some ideas if you ever wanted to invest in it, or if we wanted to get investors in it, kind of set the groundwork for that. We're in the process to start recertification for the state designation as an approved retirement community. We are one of 13 communities now. This is a program through MDA, and they are looking at an extension of this program to go after Mississippians that have left the state, not just retirees. This would be in addition to retirees, but Mississippians that have left the state that have certain skills that we want back into the state. So that program is going to be extended. But in the next couple of weeks, we'll have meetings, and they'll want some conversations with you guys as well for the recertification. Talks have started with Mississippi Heritage Hills, the city of Ripley, and New Albany on the extension of or in the conversation about the Faulkner Corridor, which is a trail extension of some sorts. A visibility study has been done, and it's just a matter of organizing that push for that extension. It's going to be known as the Faulkner Corridor until further notice, and this is a cultural tourism project. Lots of positive feedbacks on the sidewalks. I have a community development grant that will kick in this month that will finish out the bump outs with the new landscaping on that. When the sidewalks were being done, Will added some conduit to do a future sprinkler system. A lot of comments about why we don't have any flowering color downtown. It's because we have no water source in those bump outs. So he took the opportunity when the sidewalks were laid to add that to that. So hopefully this grant might jumpstart some water down there for that. ARPA funding has been closed out for the 5 murals and the uplighting that's in the bump outs. If you've noticed, the trees are illuminated. Those were 2 federal ARPA grants that have been closed out, and DFA has been notified of that. A COAT grant is about to be completed for the Welcome Center. It's a dry creek bed and a native plant garden that has been down there. We're just waiting for the final signage to be erected on that, and that COAT grant can be closed out. Carl Small Town Center's coming into town this month to do a design guidelines, which will enhance the comp plan and the ordinances to make it a little bit tougher to secure the integrity of our historic downtown as far as future development and future renovations. The Tallahassee River documentary has been completed, and we're just waiting for that to be rolled out to the public on that. We did do an economic impact study with MSU on the Tallahassee River Fest. I talked with MSU yesterday. That's going to be rolled out. She was blown away. She thought the positive impact and the numbers that we had on retail, hotels, and restaurants will look good for that event. And so I'll roll that out shortly. Park along the river is full blown. If you go down Bankhead Street, I love the way it looks open, and it's people are ready for that 30-year-old park to be back open. And finally, the MAC building grant that we have worked on for the past year and a half is about to come to an end. We did reposition the soundboard to be more functional. The carpet was pulled up from the Magnolia room, and in the middle room we put flooring down on that. The only thing left is the marquee, the rusting underneath that, and just securing that marquee. And I'm going to send a rendering to that to y'all through email. And that's the month of December.
I'm planning to do a premiere for the documentary like we did with like James Shorter's movie and stuff like that.
We had that, and what happened that weekend? There was
Something happened that weekend.
You saw like the night of the
the wrap up. We had a wrap up.
I remember the wrap up, but normally like the red carpet kind of.
Oh yeah, that was supposed to be it. But we had a
game.
Oh yeah, it was football game. Yeah, LSU. Man.
Yeah,
killed it. But anyway, when it rolls out, it'll just go on to public broadcasting. I think is where it's going to play in. But anyway, that was December.
Thank you. Any questions for Billy? Oh, thank you for the All right, Miss Jill Smith for the museum.
You've got my monthly report in your email, so I won't go over all of that, but I did want to draw your attention to the construction and deconstruction that's going to start on January 19th at the museum. That will be the beginning of the 2 exhibits that we're going to install in 2026. It's the Creative Spirits and the Hands-On Discovery Zone. They're supported by a Building for the Arts grant from the Mississippi Arts Commission, an America 250 grant from the Mississippi Humanities, and the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area grant. Plus, we have a lot of local contributions for that. That'll recognize our Nobel Prize winners, our Pulitzer Prize winners, our great Elvis tribute artist. And, it's going to be the people that have gone on and done great things and the people that are coming forward and doing great things. So, hopefully we'll open that mid-2026, but, you never know how that's going to go. But, we're still going to stay open. We're going to seal off those areas that we're working on and remain open and moving forward. As always, hopefully, we'll seal off that construction area from the public. And Jeffrey King is doing the deconstruction part of it and getting it ready for the Design 500 for Memphis and a good show, fabrication and installation. And Bill, I appreciate the fact that we can store things down in the old electric building because we're running out of space to do that. But we have a full calendar for January, and hopefully we'll just keep moving forward as usual. I appreciate that. In March, we'll have an event at the Magnolia Theater about the Hallelujah Trail. And we had such a big crowd last year that we got in that garden space, and Bill Jeans let us using that to do a tribute in March. So we've been planning that and a lot of other things. We have an Alex Kunstler's Blues Odyssey opening in January. I don't have that date yet because it hasn't been delivered, but we have a full calendar, and if anybody has any questions, let me know.
Thanks so much,
Jim. Appreciate it. Chris, Chief?
Well, we don't have anything tonight.
Anybody, any questions for Chief?
Not a question, but just more of a statement and observation. I was at the all the exciting game for the New York Ripley and seeing how quickly all the officers that were there responded and turned what could have been a very serious situation, de-escalated it almost immediately. So just as a parent, first off, whose And my daughter was right there as it happened, and how quickly it got shut down means a lot. So just please let all the guys that were there especially know how much we appreciate everything that they do.
I will, and all I can say is in the updates that we're identified pretty much everyone that was involved. Half of them are at least half of them are juveniles from Tippah County. We reached out to Tippah County or Ripley and the SRO's Ripley school system. They've helped us identify those individuals. We plan to have charges moving forward on all fronts.
Any other further questions? All right. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
All right, Chase. Park and Rec.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, board. I emailed my monthly report, but I did want to highlight a few things. Youth basketball started this past Saturday. Our youth league, we started at Ford Gym last Saturday. Everything went good. We ended up with about 175 kids. So that program is definitely growing. Another highlight, youth baseball and softball registration that will start on January 12th and go through March 1st. One of our popular adult programs, wiffle ball, we're going to start registration pretty soon on that. We're flipping the teen and adult season because last year the teen season was during high school spring sports. So we're playing adult season during the spring and then playing the teen during the summer. Zesty seniors at the community center is still rocking along. We got our finalized tournament schedule. We've got 13 tournaments between baseball and softball. That goes from March through June. I don't know if you noticed, there's a big tree shaded out with the basketball fence. I've got ivy fence out there to get a quote together so we can repair that.
Appreciate it.
High school spring sports, they start tomorrow after school practice, and that's kind of the highlight of what's going on right now. I do have a couple of items of business if we can do that. I've got an equipment trade. We've got a sweeper at the park, but we hadn't used it in a while. I sent it to the shop, see what was wrong with it. It's going to cost about $1,100 to fix. But they did offer an even trade for a cart. We would have a balance if we traded just fair and square. So they proposed we do that, and well, I'm proposing that we make that trade.
Is that, what's the cost?
Zero.
No.
It's a piece of equipment that we don't use, and it's going to cost $1,100 to fix. And they would trade us a cart that's valued at that $78.50.
The question I have, even though we're not spending money, we're basically doing a sale and a purchase, do we need another bid on $7,800 equipment that we're purchasing? And I can't really sit here and say that we don't until look into that.
It's a
novel question.
It's a used cart, so I'll need to find one that's apples to apples with that one to get. I don't know.
I mean, worst case, we are meeting, next week. But if you want to research that,
That would be a
be
good.
on the safe thing.
I do have a budget approved purchase for John Deere 1200A Bunker and Field Rake. This would be purchased at state contract pricing for the amount of $20,123.28 from Beard Equipment Company. This would we use a cart now to, like on tournaments and stuff, to drag, and this would free up another cart for tournament and event use.
Is it in your budget?
It'd come out of capital equipment.
And while they're looking at that, Reagan's going to get up a wiffle ball team. And Kevin Dell's still going to be, we're going to have
Don't y'all miss that show.
We need a picture.
Make a motion. Then to move forward and take contract pricing.
I got a motion by Will, second by Keith. Any questions as part of all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have unless anybody else has any more questions.
All right, that's it. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jay.
Jay.
Brian.
Thanks, sir.
Mark?
I don't have anything for the board, but I got something I want to add. If it's okay, I can just do it from here, save a little time. But if you haven't read the article in the paper on Jill today, I encourage you to do so. It's a really good article. We finished the year for 2025 with a total of 1,561 calls. That's up from 1,334 in 24. So that's 227 more calls. It's worth about 17%. Our call volume actually on actual fires was about the same. We had one at the old professional foam on industrial back in 2002. If the guys that were here remember, that building was a total loss. When they built it back, they had to sprinkle it, and the sprinklers kicked in this time and saved 3 industries from burning to the ground out there that night. So things are working well. And like I said, the guys did have 2 in 2025. They had 2 confirmed CPR saves. One of them being a relative of Kevin Dale's. So what's going on is going on well, and we appreciate the support. We want to continue on into 2026 and move forward even more if we can. So.
Thank you, Mark. All right. Building inspector, John?
I don't have anything. I sent my monthly report, so y'all got any questions about it?
Does anybody have any questions for Eric? That is a light month. You had 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get you like Jill and Billie Jean and kind of.
I'll work over it.
All right. Under consent agenda, the approval and correction of this December 2025 claims docket. And item B, approved December 2nd, 2025 minutes. If there's, we don't have to make a motion on that, but if anybody has any questions or anything like that, or any objections to it, this is the time. Otherwise, it'll be approved for new structure from our attorney here. We've been doing that a while.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Well, I guess I deviated from what I was thinking. So. All right. Well, that's it. Any other big things up? Reggie, you got anything?
I do not. Do we want an executive session about, talk about it already?
All right. I guess lastly for tonight, I guess it's kind of for me, bittersweet. With Kevin Dale, this is his last night before we put the floor to him if he would like to speak. But KD, we served many years together, and I appreciate your stable influence, your wisdom on some things, and you've always been good to me throughout my whole life with you, and I certainly appreciate it. I had you a fishing pole order, it didn't come in, but I promise it does. And a football bat for our team, because you're going to be always talking to play on our team. We get one together, but I really sincerely appreciate you, and it's bittersweet. But I know you're going to enjoy the life on the other side.
I appreciate it. I want to say thank y'all first of all to everybody, because it's been a pleasure. I know we've had our ups. We had our downs, but we're right there. It's a good group to work with, good bunch of people to work with, and I really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to enjoy the retirement even better. Thank y'all. I just want to recognize Ms. Renita Parker. Good.
I just want to say that when I came into this, Kevin Dale was my alderman, and before I ever knew anything about politics, he was, look, I'm telling you, I'm not saying it because he's sitting here beside me. If I ever had a problem or anybody in our neighborhood had a problem, Kevin Dale would always take care of it. And I appreciate that so much. And you've been a great example to me and helped me learn about doing this. And hate you're leaving, and whoever fills your shoes got some big shoes to fill. And good luck with the fishing and what's
I'll piggyback on to coming in, just over one term with you. Coming in green as Parks and I both did at the same time. Having somebody to bounce ideas off of, and even probably the most important thing to me was we've had a couple of issues come up that we were on polar opposite ends of. We had completely different opinions, but we handled them, we discussed them, we voted how we voted, and turned around and went to dinner after. So that was the most important thing to me, is maintain your level of professionalism and your love for this community will never be forgotten. And it's been an absolute honor and privilege to serve with you.
Echo the same, and it's been good kind of having those overlapping wards where we have kind of mutual problems that we have to solve a lot. And there's a whole lot of things that go on people don't know about. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna be missed for sure, Alfred. We've been over 3 terms together. Been a pleasure. I've always could depend on you. You're always gonna be there with wisdom, and sometimes it may be a different set of eyes looking on it. And I appreciate you serving. You've done a good job, and you'll be missed. Sure.
And I will open it for department heads. If anybody else wants to say anything, you're welcome to. If not, we'll get the official stuff.
You know, he came from the firehouse, so we know a lot. We know a lot, and probably can't repeat some of it. For a long time, the back of his coat had oak tree written on it, so that'll tell you something.
That's right.
And he will miss me because, you know, I mean, he knew fire, and so when I went to him and said we need this, I had to be honest. I couldn't try to pull the wool over his eyes because he knew better. And so I think when he came to you guys and said, "Yeah, this is what they need," you trusted him. And so we appreciate it.
Kevin Dale, we go back more than 40 years. I'll tell most of this that you know Kevin Dale the Alderman, you know Kevin Dale the firefighter. Most of them probably didn't get to see Kevin Dale grace the football field. I had an opportunity to see Kevin Dale White running the end zone with 4 folks on his back. Kevin Dale was good to me then. He's been good to me ever since. We worked together both when I became a policeman. He was a fireman. And I appreciate your service, Kevin Dale.
KD, and I really appreciate it. We've done a lot of things. You've always been really good to listen, have really good input, and everybody. We've had such a good group, all in the whole time. Everybody worked so well together, and it's just really made things. I won't say easy to do, but it's just not been a big problem. You've been a big part of that. You've always kind of been that just always been settling for us, Kevin, at least. I always enjoy talking to you and enjoy your input and the advice you've given me on things, and because you've seen what Holly Springs does, you know what we need to do here. So I appreciate that. You'll definitely be missed, Kevin Dale. Don't be a stranger.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Kevin Dale, for always supporting Park. You care about everybody in the community, but you especially have a heart for the youth. You've been great to work with. I just want to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I'm not a department head, but I've been coming to meetings for a little while, and the general public hasn't always done the best job of paying attention to what actually happens. They do a really good job of complaining about what they think happens and what they think problems are. But I've been coming to these meetings since, I believe it was 2009, and that's one of the most consistent men that I know. You know what you're going to get out of Kevin Dale. You know every time. And the general public may not come and tell you that they appreciate you, but as a business owner and someone that's come here and paid attention to what all of you have done, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Kevin Dale, we've been together a long time, bro. And I just want to say thank you for your service to this city, the citizens of this city, and for the support to the fire department. But most of all, I want to thank you for your friendship.
I got me crying on
All right, so Megan, go.
I mean, I don't have anything.
No, I
nice.
got
I didn't know I was going to rip up his purse for him. I told him he could retire. I mean.
Well, I guess, KD, I guess you did give the letter to Megan, so it is on file. Reagan, from standpoint, you know, as unfortunately, I guess we have to do this, but he has vacated his seat on Ward 3. So at this point in time, I guess we do need a motion and second to set a call meeting next Monday the 12th to set the election schedule and publish it.
Well, we'll need to set it one form or another. That's one way to do it. Sure.
I appreciate that. Agree with me on that. So what I need, here's what we need to do. Kevin Dell vacated the Ward 3 position, so what I need is a motion to have a meeting next Monday at 5:30.
No.
But to schedule, and then that way we'll do the special election and get published in the New Albany Gazette and go from there. So I got a motion by Keith. I'll say second by Drew. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. If there's that, but I guess this concludes the meeting for January 6th. We'll be back here next Monday, 5:30. Thank y'all. Thank you.